What's up, team? I'm Mike Peterson. Welcome to my podcast. What's up, team? So I have to tell you this story. When I was in law enforcement, we were getting ready to do what was called a knock and talk on a house. Basically, what that is there's a drug complaint, and we go to the residence to investigate the complaint. We knock on the door, talk to them, they let us in, then we conduct our investigation from there. Well, on this particular day, I just started working with Vice, and we were doing this knock and talk. Now, on the house that we were doing it on, there was a well-known gang, and our surveillance has shown that it was heavily populated. So even though there were 6 of us going to this house, we knew that we were going to be outmanned, that there were more than at least double what was there. And I have to be honest, I was a little nervous. I knew we were going to be outmanned, and this group had been known for its violence and its gunplay. So as I was standing there getting ready to go out, one of the senior officers asked me, "Hey, how you feel? What do you think?" And I shared with him, "Hey, I'm ready to go, but I have to be frank with you. I'm a little nervous." And he said to me, "Mike, stop. Just stop and take a look around." He said, "You see these other officers? These are your brothers and sisters, and they will be your support. So we'll make sure that no one gets hurt, and we're going to be there for each other. So always remember, you are not going into this alone." Well, we went in, we did our job and took out a ton of drugs and weapons and money, and there were no issues. But it really kind of reminds me of times that we sometimes feel like we're alone, and we feel like it's just us and no one's going to be there. Well, I can tell you a couple things. One, I can tell you that's not true. There's always someone in your life, someone in your world that will be there for you. But it is extremely important for us to understand what type of person they are, what type of character they have. Are they looking out for themselves, or are they going to look out for the team? Are they going to look out for me? Are they first to serve or first to be served? I always say life is much like a boxing match. And in that boxing match, in that arena, you have 2,000 fans that are there to watch these two people go at it. And 1,000 of those folks are there to see you lose, right? They want to see you beat up. They're rooting for the other guy. And then there's the other 1,000. And those 1,000 are there to see you win and to cheer you on. However, when things get bad, when you get beat up a little bit or knocked down, those folks tend to walk away. They tend to boo or leave or lose faith in what you're doing. And then you have the 2 or 3 people that are in your corner. Now, see, those are the people that we need to find. Those are the people that you need to rely on, because those 2 or 3 people are going to mend you when you're cut. They're going to encourage you when you have doubt. When you get knocked down, they're going to encourage you to get back up and get in the fight. When you get tired, they're going to encourage you to go one more step, take one more swing. When you start thinking negatively, they instantly jump in and start telling you all the reasons why you should believe in yourself, and tell you all the reasons why you can achieve these goals. Those are the people that you need to have in your life. And sometimes, let's be honest, we have people in our lives that are toxic. And by the way, this can be family or friends. And sometimes it's because they love you. I've learned that parents, right, as a parent, you want to protect your kid. When they're trying to achieve something, you want to tell them about all the reasons why maybe that shouldn't be the route they take. Maybe they should do something less dangerous or less demanding. Now, that's out of love, but here's the point to that. If you constantly listen to that, if you rely on that, believe me, it will drain you of your passion, of your energy. You've got to find those people that are going to tell you the truth because they love you. And they're going to see that this is your goal that you want, that you're striving for, and they're going to encourage you. They're not going to encourage you to quit. They're going to encourage you to move forward. Those are the folks you have to have in your life, which is why it's so important. We have made the mistake of using the word friends way too much. My dad told me, and I'm sure your parents have told you this, if you have 2 or 3 friends in your lifetime, you're blessed. Now listen, that sounds like a saying and a cliche, but think back to the people in your life that you truly could depend on. That statement's true. That's why you have to know who your friends are. There's a man walking down the street one day and he passes a cemetery. And at the cemetery, there's this headstone and it had a writing on it. So the man, being curious, he decided to stop and read the tombstone. And the tombstone read, "Stop here, stranger, as you pass me by. As you are now, so once was I. And as I am, someday you'll be. So prepare for death and to follow me." He was saying, hey, you're going to die. Be ready to follow me. But see, this stranger that was walking by had a different mindset, really understood what it meant to have friends and to have people in your life that helped build that foundation within you. And he wrote on that tombstone, "To follow you, I am not content until I know which way you went." What an awesome statement, right? Put people in your life who are going to give you something, who are going to make you better than what you are. There's a scripture in 1 Corinthians 15:33. It says, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts character." Enough said. And here's the great thing. If bad company corrupts character, what does great company do? Well, another awesome scripture in Proverbs 13:20. "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Enough said. When you walk with wise people, when you walk with good people, trust me, it impacts you. You know, I have a very bad habit. I enjoy cigars. And just imagine being in a room full of people smoking cigars and you don't smoke cigars. When you leave, you will smell like a cigar. There will be an impact. Guys, what the decisions we make on the people in our lives are as critical as anything else that we have talked about. You either will be with builders or those that destroy. You will either be with people who are achievers and go-getters or those who are non-achievers and couch sitters. But if you want to achieve your goal, if you want to be an impact on your team and on your company, you have got to find people in your life who are going to build you up. You've got to find people in your life who are going to give you information and direction and guidance and encouragement that you need to get through this moment. We all need it. I love it. People say all the time, "Oh, I don't need encouragement. I don't need any of that. I just go do my job." Listen, you probably do go do your job, but you'll never do it as well as when you have people in your life that can feed you positive food. In your life, you need runners and not rumors. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people." And always remember, it's easier to pull down than it is to pull up. It's easier for people to pull you down. It's easier for people to say, "Hey, you know what? You don't need to work out. Let's go get something to drink or eat. You don't need to focus on this task or that task or achieving this goal or that goal. Take a break. Stop. You're fine." No, you have to find people that are going to push you. That's what makes sports teams so awesome is a bunch of men and women who are on the field with the same goal. They have put in the same work. They are committed to achieving the goal. So they're going to encourage you to keep moving forward because they understand that as a team, every individual has to be motivated and to continue moving forward, right? C.S. Lewis says the next best thing to being wise oneself is to live in a circle of those who are. Now, let me ask you, how do your friends impact you? Do you have friends that you can call on when you're struggling and they're going to encourage you? Do you have friends that love you enough to tell you when you're wrong? Do you have friends that love you enough to tell you to stop with the pity party, get off the couch, and go to work? Do you have friends that love you enough to say, keep swinging and keep knocking down giants?